Are you ready for my next? Welcome to my Lives Lost Count, where we tell you the victims in anime TV shows, episodes, action flicks, music videos, and beyond. I am your host, William Proudly, and I'm the Wax World, known as Nexus. Today, we're diving into the cult classic of the 1980s cult classic horror comedy, Waxwork. Directed by Anthony Hickox, who actually this haunted flick is actually stars Zach Bill from my favorite Christmas horror movie, The Gremlins. And I'm sorry, Midnight is in the picture. She's actually a really good cat. Deborah Foreman and David Warner follows a group of high school students who enter a wax museum, who only find themselves pulled into a horrific events behind them. From werewolves, mummies, zombies, vampires, mummies, a torture scene. Yeah, there is one. The Phantom of the Opera, and if they step past the velvet ropes, they step into closer to death. But here are my facts o'clock, where I talk about the facts before the movie. The movie was inspired by the 1924 science film Waxworks. It had a 3.5 million budget. Released by Vested Pictures. The wax figures represent 18 of the evil beings in history, and feeding their souls represent a key of releasing chaos. This was a short-lived franchise, which I actually love this movie. It actually have more. This actually is my. I actually love this movie. I actually love this movie. This is an amazing movie. From the villain to all the characters, they actually work themselves. Even the lives lost are actually really good. Followed by the Waxworks 2 Lost in Time. So grab the candle, light curiosity. How many lives lost did these velvet robes of the wax statues actually obtain the kills? And how many kills they have? Let's find out and get to the lives lost. The movie begins with Vesa Pictures logo. We cut to a mansion. A staff bearer and Mario Sola Pictures inside, shouting at fire up as the two men struggling over ancient trinkets are glowing mysterious energy, escalating, and one of the men violently throw into a fireplace, engulfed in flames, and the amulet, the trinkets shattered across the floor and was stolen. His final demise, Michael Lovemore, hit got killed at 1 minute and 2 seconds. Said the mysterious tone of the supernatural chaos to come. After the fire opened, we actually fade to the waxy title card. We meet our main character, Marka Loughnmore, played by Zach Gilligan, who actually is Billy in my favorite Christmas classics, Gremlins and Gremlins to the New Batch. Gilligan returns for Waxworks to Lost in Time. He's also Sheriff Flower in Hatchet 2, and he voices one of the henchmen in Gremlins Secret of the Mogwai. Hint hint, I will actually do Gremlins and Gremlins 2. Marka scold him for hanging out with the butler. Jenkins insists something is missing, as she refuses him to have a coffee. Jenkins, ever enabler, hands him coffee and give him a cigarette. We are introduced to Sarah Brightman and China Webster, played by Deborah Foreman and Michelle Johnson. Deborah Foreman roles include Christy in Grizzly 2, Buffy and Buffy St. John and April Fools, Susan Malone in Destroyer, and Sandy White in Sundown, The Vampire Retreat. Michelle Johnson roles is Vanessa Cartwright in Beaks, the movie, Anna in Dead Become Her, and Tamara in Dr. Giggles. Now, China and Sarah talk about Sarah Dayton. Jonathan, they actually meet the mysterious owner, David Lincoln. The Waxworks, who actually invite them to the private showing at midnight. No more than 6 guests because it will be full. I wonder why he's saying no more than 6 guests. Mark actually moved, and just a reminder, the wax statues will come to life and will be killed in their deaths too. And Waxworks is a wax museum, but he say he can't tell us why. It's actually scary because it is. The teacher talked about World War II. Specific about that is the infamous, mustache man, Here's the rest of the game. Tony, played by Dana Ashbrook, he's the boy on the boat in Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Guys, I have my problems with Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. I don't think it. The reason why is puberty love. That's the only thing I have against it. So that's why I don't want to do it. Tom Sexton in Return of the Living Dead Part 2. Jack in Sundown, the Vampire Retreat. Yeah, I will actually do the Vampire Retreat one because it's actually about vampires who actually drink synthetic blood, and some vampires want to do it. Chaser in The Girl in Hell, from Hell. Yeah, this is a horror comedy, and I'm going to do it. Tough Dude in the Willies. The reason why I don't want to do it, I will actually watch the Willies and do a horror review. Kelly Mitcha in New Alcatraz. Wes Mark in Late Phases. Jeff Burrows in Restraint. And Jonathan, played by Maya Grant, who actually in Terminal Bliss. Ray Bedcamp in High Desert High. Micah Dunn in To Die For. And Rick Anderson is Like Father, Like Son. James, played by Eric Brown, who actually in Private Lesson as Philip Fillmore. Then Buzz Harper Jr. in Mama's House Family. David Lee Shepard in Dale Murders. And Jay Richard in They're Playing with Fire. And Gemma is played by Claire Carey. She Mary Beth in Zombie High. Bobby in Invited. Kelly in Carrie Fox in The Coach. And Jericho, she actually in Jericho as Mary Berry. Now Mark is getting trouble over Jennifer. He actually had to do an essay over dictators. Now it's actually, they actually have to go to the museum. It's drink, alcohol, and cigarettes o'clock. Sarah does what she wants. Mark tries to talk about them, us, try and shut it down. We're living in America, Mark said. They actually arrive in, and Tony say, I'm here. And okay, Tony. Would somebody actually tell Tony he need to turn down his ego? The group's so nervous that he walked into it, and Mark lighted the cigarette. And the two butler. The big one is Hans, played by Mucho Mazzo. And the little one is Junior, played by Jack David Walker. Quack jokes, but the Wax Museum is no laughing back. The wax figure has a victim, and the soul's already claimed. Here are the cards so far. A man got killed by an axe with a figure at 5 minutes and 38 seconds. Trying to see a Frankenstein-looking monster looking like kill a girl off screen at 16 minutes and 06 seconds. 16 minutes and 22 seconds, a girl got killed by a witch doctor off screen. The Wax Museum is almost full, said the curator, he actually not lying. 16 minutes and 47 seconds, a man got pushed down the stairs off screen. 17 minutes and 07 seconds, a man got mauled by a circus freak that looked like a freaking snake. 7 minutes and 10 seconds, the invisible man forced a girl to drink gasoline off screen. At 17 minutes and 10 seconds, at the same time, a woman is mauled by a demon baby at the same time. What joy happened? Tony got into the cabin exhibit, but he actually got acid in his drink, but he actually quit drinking. Okay, here's what actually happened. If you actually walk into the exhibit in Waxwork, you become the exhibit. And once you become the exhibit, if you actually get killed in the exhibit as the person, the man actually is named Jack. Tony is actually named Jack in here, and the man actually is... And he better get the hell out of here. It's actually too late because the man is gathering firewood and changing a bit him. While by the time the werewolf assisted cracked bottles at 23 minutes and 39 seconds, the werewolf assistant got torn in half by his claws. Honestly, it actually shows how far the special effects are. At 23 minutes and 57 seconds, the werewolf got killed by a silver bullet. Same thing with Tony. Tony started transforming and got shot in the gut by the hunter, who say God forgive him, and Tony dies as a werewolf at 24 minutes and 35 seconds. Now we actually have a girl that got killed by the sea monster at 25 minutes and 12 seconds. Now China step into the Dracula exhibit. The count, not just the count of wait for it, his son Stefan, and with an eerie resident called Jana, Belle, Gabriella, and Emma. The servants serve ramen, and no, that's not blood. It's actually, that's not sauce. It's actually blood. It's actually a little salty. Hey, they actually eat, and but they didn't want to eat out like gentlemen and women. China wanted to finish the meal, and Ludwig take her to her room, and she see all the eggs. And Stefan enter her room, and his father banished him from the castle and tried to attack her. After that, then, yep, the vampires. And when they go down, we see China's fiance in the world got stripped clean of his leg bone. The Count is a vampire, and they're all vampires. Vampire only can be killed by crucifixion, stake to the heart, and decapitation. Werewolves can be killed. Honestly, if I actually did Dracula, only a stake to the heart can actually kill them. Stepan chases China and stop him with a knife. If she made a crucifix out of the knives and placed it on his head, and the Holy Force, Stepan head exploded at 36 minutes and 1 second. And trying to break the chair and stab Emma at 36 seconds and 29 seconds. And turn into a human champagne. And also stab a Belle with a knife in the heart at 36 seconds. And also her fiance that is once human, now a vampire. And the Count hypnotized China as she succumbed, and now after 8 minutes and 12, she becomes part of the museum as a vampire. A woman got killed by a killer dressed up as Sherlock Holmes at 38 minutes and 22 seconds. Wait, is Sherlock Holmes supposed to be a hero? Mark is still searching for his friends, and Sarah spotted the Macross the Sada exhibit. A twisted explained that a pleasure of pain without pain or fear. It like taste food that tastes. She say it's actually stopped, and Marcus stopped her, and Tony and China are gone, and Junior, the small butler, claims that their friends left earlier. That's a fucking lie. Jonathan called China mom, and he actually head over, and the owner, David, actually, I don't know where creepy as ever, he actually mentioned they actually made the movie Phantom of the Opera, and Jonathan got pushed into the Phantom display and dies off screen in the Phantom display at 42 minutes and 20 seconds. Mark walks Sarah back. She won't kiss him. She looks for something else. She goes upstairs, goes home. His servants did a good job, but it's actually bad work. Mark calls China and Tony, families of China and Tony, being emotional and think about China, but he explained everything to the Roberts don't believe him. Inspector Roberts don't believe him, and we have to meet Sir Welfare earlier, later, but he actually played in the Howlin' Sweet 16 and Remastered Death, but he actually passed away in 2015. He's Dr. George Wagner in the Howlin'. He's Dr. John Morgan in Sweet 16. He Mother Valver in The Red Mass of Death. Detective Robert played John McGalligan. The only major role film I can think of is Waxworks. David Lincoln saying it's a lie, and he actually needs to actually do. 50 and honestly Mark is mad, so he actually decided to get Sarah out of class to pretend to be sick, and it's actually the funny part. Honestly, I actually like Mark's jokes in this series. At the 50 minutes and 50 seconds, a man and woman got killed off screen by the exhibits. Roberts investigated and found China wax figurine and tried to get a piece of her. It looked like flesh to bring back the tissue. Now they actually learn more stuff about the article, and Sarah found the macaws at the Saldal book, and Sarah, yeah, she got horny reading the book. We learn about Michael Lapore, Mark grandfather, and the truth behind his death. The museum owner David Lincoln, played by the legendary David Warner, who actually died in 2022, who actually have a he actually in Scream 2, he actually I actually did put on here. He's actually in Scream 2. Now he never an agent and Robert entered the Mummy exhibit with Al and team up with the professor and the Mummy. It's actually Raoul who actually her. It's the Mummy. No shit, Sherlock. It's the Mummy. The door slam at 57 seconds and 43 seconds. The tour guide get his head stomped by Raoul. Roberts get the gun and try to. The professor fight and spit in the mouth and speared in the gut, and at 58 minutes and 18 seconds, Robert shoot the Mummy and yelled to open the door. Raoul pimp slapped him and throw the girl in the tomb with Roberts at 59 and 56, and they both become snake food off screen. Meanwhile, Sarah and Mark visit Sir Winfred or Wilkie. Sarah tells her story when the police deputy walk in and Hans snap his neck 1 hour and 50 seconds. David Lincoln yell at Hans for doing that because we actually have two more people. 18 trinkets divided by 3 is 666. Yeah, the mark of the beast. And the souls of the devil that feed the souls of the believing victims. 18 victims, the toll of the end of the. They must burn the waxworks down. They must go. Ralphie say on the phone, it must be done. They arrive and break in, and they actually see wax. Sarah is drawn to the exhibit and got in, and Hans got into the zombie exhibit. Sarah about to get a twisted pleasure thanks to the display, and Mark in the zombie world. It bashed the hand of the zombie, realize that it's not real, and they want him out. He actually want out, and the French guard, dude, we can't understand you. The prince are going to punish Sarah and kill her. She say don't stop. Mark after release, and the prince say if her first orgasm, and she say shoot. He actually say shoot me. It actually phased through Mark. He's immune because he doesn't believe anymore. He say, don't look smug, boy, with me again. Now he actually asks her, you ready? And they grab their science. And also they did this to make sure to not. Honestly, Gemma and James actually entered the places they actually do, and they're almost about, and Gemma is tortured to death by the prince at 1 hour, 19 minutes and 26 seconds, and James is bitten by a zombie at 1 hour, 19 minutes and 34 seconds. It's done. David Lincoln shout, live my children, live! And now they're alive. Off screen, now the Axeman dies via drill, and there will be a massive fight. Okay, 7 wax creatures, including James, were killed at 1 hour, 23 minutes and 58 seconds. China was stabbed in the back at 1 hour, 24 minutes and 13 seconds. She tried to seduce him. And Jenkins say she'd been there a long time. Junior runs while Jonathan got axed in the back at 1 hour, 24 minutes and 40 seconds. Mark shoot Gemma corrupted and fix it to whip him at 1 hour, 24 minutes and 58 seconds. Jenkins got stabbed by Hans, and Mark stabbed Hans in the gut at 1 hour, 25 minutes and 12 seconds. A zombie got stabbed at 1 hour, 25 minutes and 36 seconds. The demon baby got shot at 1 hour, 25 minutes and 58 seconds. Count Dracula turned into a bat and shot while hold on to at 1 hour, 26 minutes and 08 seconds. Still counts because it's still Dracula, even though it's a bat. Sarah feeds Junior to the sea monster at 1 hour, 26 minutes and 23 seconds. Tony is stabbed by Mark at 1 hour, 28 minutes and 28 seconds. They're all going to get burned. David Lynch escape while Mark, Prince, and Mark sword fight. Fight! Margot stumble and David sneers, kill the whip. The prince get asked to be back up by Sarah at 1 hour, 29 minutes, and 53 seconds. She did it. David Lincoln ever say dramatic, how romantic, and going to murder Lawful, but he was shot twice in arrow at 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 33 seconds, and falls into the wax and dies. As Sir Lawful got his head ripped off by a werewolf at 1 hour and 31 minutes and 23 seconds, and the werewolf burns in the flames at the same time. As they tried to escape, 4 males got burned up by the waxwork fire at 1 hour, 37 minutes. It's over. The waxworks is gone. They survive. It burned down. The hand survived. I guess it will be the sequel, and the title card and the title card to the end of the movie. How many lives lost did Waxworks have? Let find out and get to the numbers. Huh. I accidentally enter a vampire exhibit and beautiful female vampire. I better get out of here. I stopped believing a while ago. See ya. "51 people lost their lives in Waxworks. I am not kidding. 32 male, 12 female, and 7 wax creatures. Honestly, the more males than wax creatures and females. More females than wax creatures. Unless... well, bro, runtime 96 minutes. Well, average the bite. It at 1.88. Affected chaos. The great acts of execution for the coolest death goes to the werewolves. Torn in half. It visually messy and unforgettable. The whippy axe for lamest death will go to Roberts and the unnamed girl. Honestly, if Spectre, they would dump it to and turn to snake food off screen. That's actually they could do a better death. And that's it. Released in 1988. It called the Legacy. It actually spawned Waxwork 2 Lost in Time. The returning actor roles of Zach Gilligan and Patricia Tallman marks the longest lives lost count feature on the show. Honestly, I actually did do body counts for a body count, not a lives lost count. So this is actually the longest lives lost count. Up next will be the sequel. Things are, but only on Mondays. On Friday will be Bad Taste. Weird time jumps and cosmic terror. I am William Proudy, aka Nexus, and this has been the Lives Lost Count. See ya.